Hey guys, this is Nick with Enter Martial Arts. In this video, we're going to go over the Wushu front slap kick. Now, there's not a whole lot of fighting interpretation that is with this technique, but what's important to note is what this technique is for. It's really important transition technique. You can go into any Wushu technique, whether it's a hammer fist or a basic punch, and go right into your front slap kick, or the opposite. You can do your front slap kick and go into any technique, including a hammer fist or a punch. So it's very, very versatile and pretty much a requirement for any Wushu athlete out there. Now, in preparation for the technique, you want to make sure to kind of condition the back of your hand, just like we would for a hammer fist. Hit your hand a lot, and in this case here, you want to hit your hand, something like this here, so it doesn't hurt so much when you're doing this slap kick. Now, before we go over the slap kick, we're going to briefly go over the front stretch kick, and this helps you with that dynamic stretch. You need to be able to kick high and not let it affect your posture. Now, soon we will be posting a video about the various types of stretch kick, including the front stretch kick, outside crescent kick, inside crescent kick, as well as a side kick. But first, let's go over this stretch kick so we can learn about the slap kick. Let's get started. First part, stretch beforehand. That's really, really important. Before this video, I was on this floor right here and stretching with my feet apart and making sure that my hamstrings were warmed up so that when I swing my legs up and down, I don't get injured. This is the most fun part of Wushu. Right? So that's very, very important. So next, when doing a front stretch kick, make sure your base foot is pointing in the direction that you're looking. So I'm looking this way, my base foot's pointing this way. So when I do the stretch kick, it's not moving or anything like that. If I was to turn that foot, then that's no good. The same thing is true for the front slap kick as well. The next part is keep your posture. As you're doing the stretch kick, you don't want your posture to be affected by you swinging your leg up. Now you see the last thing that I'm talking about is the flexibility portion, even though that's the most fun and interesting part. As you get more and more flexible, your leg will swing higher and higher, and your posture won't be affected by it. Hopefully, if your arms are out, your arms won't be affected by your kick either. Once you feel like you can kick at least as high as your nose or your eyebrows, then you're pretty much ready to begin working on the front slap kick. And that's a bit of a curve there, but you'll notice that it's a lot easier to get into that front slap kick if you can keep your posture, step forward, throw that kick fairly high without your posture being affected. If you feel pretty good about that, let's move on to the front slap kick. Before we do the big movements for the front slap kick, I think what's important is to talk about a few of these smaller movements that should be practiced before learning this big movement combination here. So first is, how do you do the kick? You want your base foot pointing in the direction you're intending to kick. You want to be able to swing your leg up with your toe pointed this time and keep your hip down, just like we do with the front stretch kick. You're going to hit your foot with your hand like this, and that way you don't hit the tips of your toes. Sometimes with the newer shoes, there's some extra rubber in the front, and that can actually hurt your fingers. So if you have your foot turned to the side here, you can see that I'm hitting my palm at just below my shoelaces right here. I don't want to hit the shoelaces. I want to hit a little bit closer to my toes here. It's going to make a louder sound as I do it. As you're practicing this, remember, posture is number one. So you can kind of stand sideways just like as I am to you and look at a mirror and see, okay, is my posture being affected as I'm throwing this kick? If you're feeling pretty good about it, then we can go into the next few steps. So to start out, you want to keep your feet together. You're going to bring your left hand right in front of your chest, but notice that there's some space right here, and then right hand should be out. Now we practice with our hand fingertips pointing at the nose level, so there's a little bit of a raise here, and this kind of suggests that there's forward momentum. You can see that there's a little bit of a forward tilt here, so that's your choice. You can stand tall. If you do decide to tilt forward, just a little bit, just enough to suggest that you are, right? When you start, you're gonna swing your right hand up and over and step forward with your right foot. Notice that my left foot is up. Next, I'm gonna step forward with my left and slap my hands just above my forehead, just like this here. Now notice every time I step, my back foot is going to come up. So this suggests that there's forward momentum here. You definitely don't want to step with your feet flat, so that's no good. You want to pick up your back feet here. And again, the slap is just like this here, just above your forehead. Okay, so continuing on. Right foot, left foot. Pull your hands apart and then keep your kicking legs straight as you do your slap kick here. Then you can start over just like this. Then you do it again and again, just continuing forward. I'll do this a few more times here. So right hand forward, left hand at your chest. There can be a slight lean forward. Right leg, left leg. Swing your leg, make sure your leg is straight, and then reset here. I'll do it one last time. Right leg, left leg, and then hit your foot with your hand, just like this. So I'm gonna do another angle here. So you want your feet together, right hand pointing straight out, kind of at your nose level here. Left hand is kind of floating in front of your chest. So I've got right foot, left foot, kick, just like that. Notice I'm really working hard to keep my posture upright. And you notice as my arms are swinging, you put it all together, make it a little bit smoother, right? So you got right, left, kick. You may notice that more advanced practitioners, sometimes they do the slap and kick with less time in between. So here's an example of that. So that may be something you may be a little bit more familiar with if you've seen a lot of front slap kicks. Note that you should be able to do both eventually. Also, on the same thread, we're right now practicing a walking front slap kick. As we get more advanced, you'll also be able to do what we'll call kind of a flutter step, which suggests that you're sprinting. Notice I didn't move that far, but I picked up my feet behind me, and that let me appear as if I'm going a lot faster. Yes, I'm moving faster, but so I'm moving forward a lot faster. I'll do it one more time here. Here. So those are some of the variations of front slap kick that you can do to add a little bit more emotion to that kick. So we'll try it one more time. So this is as if you're standing behind me. My feet are together, my right hand's out in front of me, my left hand is in front of my chest here. So I'll step forward with my right, left, and kick. Notice how we're picking up my feet, my back foot as I'm stepping. I'll do it one more time. So it's a little bit more smooth. Right, left, kick. Just like that. So that's the front slap kick. So a few things to keep in mind here, and I'm going to be reiterating a few things that I've kind of said throughout this video. First is make sure your base foot is pointing in the way that you're kicking and continuing to as you throw the kick. It's so easy to, so take a look at my left foot here as I kick, to turn your foot. That can be due to a lack of paying attention or even lack of flexibility. So just really look out for that base foot as you throw that slap kick. The second thing is make sure your backhand, so this hand here, is moving just as fast as the front hand here. You don't want there to be any sort of difference at all. And make sure that your backhand is at least as high as your ear here. You don't want a dead backhand as you're doing your slap kick. Posture, again, is really, really important. That can really kill an otherwise okay kick, right? So make sure you keep your shoulders down as you hit your hands, and then as you throw your leg up, keep that posture up. All really important stuff. Last thing is there does need to be a clear difference in sound between the slap and the kick. Sometimes when one may get too excited, they may not as clear. You want there to, so I was trying to go a little bit faster than what we normally do for our power kick. But you can still hear that there's a difference between a slap and a kick. There needs to be two distinct sounds. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or any requests for techniques, just be sure to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. I think that's all the things.
You can't go in a higher octave than that. I can't tell if you're being honest or not.
Oh, that's true.